As it is on Mondays, it seems like forever till we get to the game. This Friday for us, and the whole week went great. We had terrific preparation. The guys worked really hard, and we're ready to go. So the question is, can we get the fans jacked up and get the 12s ready to rock and roll and light this place up? We got to do it by our play, and so you'll see our special teams will be rolling, and hopefully the juice will be there. We'd love to have a big night at the stadium. It'd be fun to celebrate with them. So it's going to be a big challenge. Vikings are really good, and they're good across the board. There's no weaknesses of this team at all, and so it's a great matchup for us. If we can be fortunate enough to get a win, it'll be very meaningful.
How is Doug Baldwin doing for you?
He's just barely making it through the week right now. It's going to be all the way to game time before we know.
What happened with him?
Yeah, he's got a groin issue.
Okay, so it's the same thing he's had before then.
It's a little bit different than what it was, but it's related, but it's not the same injury.
What he's gone through this year to get on the field as much as he has, what has he shown you in terms of?
Yeah, it's been a really hard year for Doug. You know, he's a guy that doesn't miss anything, and he's had to learn how to, just get through the weeks and survive them. He's had a number of things that have bothered him during the season, and his attitude is just ridiculously strong. You can't imagine how competitive he is and how he just will will his way back on the field. So we can't pass judgment on anything until the last second with him, because he's just been a phenomenal competitor to get out on the field. So, but it has been hard on him. It hasn't been the year at all that he had hoped to have, and he's ready to jump in there and do whatever he can as soon as he can get that done.
How has Michael Kendricks worked back in for you?
Mike has had a really good couple weeks. This is the third week he's been with us, and he's been aiming towards this game the whole time. He looks really good on the practice field, and like when he played for us, we really felt his quickness, and you could see the plays that he can make and the savvy that he has that adds to it. And so it's going to be a while before he's truly comfortable in the playing mode, just because it's happened so fast. But his awareness really allows him to jump right back in, and we're going to expect him to be active and be part of it and play a lot in the game.
Pete, is there a concern at all? Your defense has done a great job inside the red zone with turnovers and forcing those, but not a lot of 3 and outs. It's almost like you're playing with fire a little bit.
A little bit of rope-a-dope. Yeah, it's been a little bit of rope-a-dope defense, and we don't really like it that way, but you got to call it like it is. We're letting them move the ball on us, and then we've been really good when we get down close. We've taken the ball away from teams well down there and played just pretty stiff down in there in the red zone, but it's not the way we want it. We're still working. We've had some really good games, but we just haven't found the consistency yet. So this is a very difficult bunch to find your consistency against, but we're going to see if we can get that done again.
How was KJ progressed this week?
Today was his first day of really running. I don't know what the result was, but leading up to it, all of the ramping up has been really on point. He's felt no discomfort at all. That's a really positive sign for him to get right. It's going to still be a bit because we got to get him back into shape and all that, because he's missed some time.
Any more on DJ Fluker, how long he might be out? Or?
No. Sorry. Dead answer.
But he's for sure out this week, right?
He won't make it this week.
Jordan Simmons, I know played against the Rams and everything, but what have you sort of seen in him like the whole time you've had him?
We've been really surprised that Jordan was available one. I keep going back to that because we don't know why he's out there, because we think he's really a legitimate candidate to be playing. He's played well. He's got size and movement and strength and awareness and smarts and all those things, so he fits in really well. We have no hesitation in playing him. We played him against the toughest 3 technique you can play against, and he held his own pretty well, and we're going to expect him to do it again. He's got a very tough group to go against here now, but he feels more comfortable about it. Having the whole week of preparation was really important for him, and he's just going to keep getting better. So we're looking out after him, hopefully, and we're expecting him to play really hard, though.
What have you learned about Bobby Wagner this year when there's been so much turnover elsewhere, that his role as, I guess, maybe his leader on field, that maybe you didn't have to see from him previously?
Yeah, it's really a legitimate question. He has seen the opportunity to just take the next step up. He had in past years, he's had more guys around him that could kind of carry the voice or the load and all of that. He's always been the final word to me, but now he has realized that, and he's just done it gracefully. It's just been so smooth, and he's shown so much care for the younger guys and communicating, and he's had great patience, and he's helped other people a lot. Bobby's always been a guy who helps other guys play well, and he even more than ever. I think that's what his factor is now.
How does he do that? Is it vocally? Is it by example? What are
Yeah, the answer is kind of yes to everything. Because he's had to, and he's always been the vocal leader on the field because he's made all the calls for years, and so everybody looks to him in that regard. He's not a guy that's going to give a bunch of rah-rah speeches and all. He is going to talk the truth, and he doesn't hesitate when he feels like he needs to. He just seems to have a really good grasp and good timing, like leaders do, when to, when not to, and I mean, just undeniably the guy that is in front of this whole thing.
I know you didn't want to answer Bob's question about the win record earlier this week, but to get there, you have to kind of do.
It's really about Bob. It had nothing to do with the question.
But to get to that point, it's been season after season without any big dips. In a league where they kind of set it up to make that hard to do, how much pride is there in your guys' ability to kind of come back here?
No, that's more than anything. The ability to stay consistent and stay, out in front of the pack has always been something that's been important to me. Anybody can have a good year and things can come together and you can hit it right and all that, but I think it's a much bigger statement to say that you can find ways to continue to find the success, and that's the big challenge. Again, I mean, that's what's most important to me, and I think the way to evaluate that is down the road you look back, and you see how you did and all that. And so this doesn't seem like the time, but it's really important to keep staying on top and keep challenging for the the playoffs and the divisions and all those kinds of things. And like I said, I think anybody can have a good year once in a while.
Pete, a lot has been said about Dwayne Brown's leadership skills, but I'm curious, when you have a 33-year-old tackle that moves the way that he does, how rare is it to have someone who seems to be that level?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up because he is really athletic. He is especially athletic for a guy that's 23 years old. He moves well for anybody, and it's a great tribute to how he's approached the game over a long period of time. He's an extremely well-conditioned guy. He's very strong. He never misses his workouts. He never misses a chance to stay on the top of his game. We've been surprised at how consistent he's been able to be, and really how special he is athletically. He's been a terrific leader. He just is by the way he works, but he knows when to call him out on it, and he's had good timing in that regard. And like I said, as the leaders do, and they've been a very unique part of our group.
Pete, is Monday night still special for players? I mean, you mentioned the fans getting amped up. I mean, I'm sure they will be on a Monday night, but is it still a special night for players?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why it's Monday night. We all grew up watching Monday Night Football, and it's always been that way. I think how you deal with it is different than the fact that it is a big-time event. It's always been unique and special and all of that. That doesn't mean that you need to do something different because it is, but yeah, they were the only game in the world, that's going that night, and it's always fun because you get to share it with all your loved ones and your fans and all of that. And there's always been a kind of a unique feeling about it when you're out there. So we love playing with those opportunities.
Did any of your films show Russell's shoe toss at all?
What are you talking about? What was on the film was there was a guy equipment guy on the sidelines that was trying to get the shoelace fixed to get it on the guy so we can get back out there. That's you could see that on the film. That was all.
Shamar, his status for the game?
Excuse me, I think that was an extraordinary moment of competing, is what it really was.
Shamar Stephan, his status for the game?
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's had a great week. He's full on, and we're happy to have him back. It really worked out well to break him last week. He needed that, and he came back flying this week, so we're really happy to have him back. Yeah, it's fun for him to play against his old squad and all that too, and I'm glad he'll be ready for that.
Anything else? Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.